Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an updated top 10 favorite skin tints. This covers tinted moisturizers, skin tints, BB creams, anything that's considered more of a skin tint as opposed to a foundation that is lightweight on the skin. All my top 10 have good wear. This video covers all skin types, all finishes, various price points. We have drugstore, high-end, you name it. I have something for you if you're looking for a skin tint that you're gonna absolutely love. We're gonna count down to my number 1, start off with number 10, but I'm gonna have some honorable mentions like I did in my previous video. There has been so many skin tint launches since that last video that my top 10 has completely changed. So I figured now is the time to update you guys. So let's start with some honorable mentions, which this one was in my top 10. This now I consider 11th place spot. It's my NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, and I still had to give a shout out to this because I still love this. I just don't reach for it as much anymore just because it's an older release, and there has been some new releases that I want to talk about briefly as well that are really good and some that I don't actually care for. So if there's ones that maybe you like, I'm going to tell you my reasoning for not caring for them, and it's usually to do with the wear. This one has no wear issue though. Beautiful. It's more of a matte version. It's the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, and if you like a blurred matte finish with some SPF, you'd really like this, but it didn't quite make it into my top 10 because I do have some better ones than this, though it's a really, really good new release from Laura Mercier. And then a one that I recently tried is from Naked Sundays. This has an SPF of 50, but it just didn't have the wear for me, and it kind of was similar to the Hourglass Veil. Is beautiful on the skin, but only for a limited amount of time because this also does not have the wear for me, and it's very, very sheer. I feel for the price point, I would just buy something more affordable if you're looking for sheer coverage, only because this just doesn't seem worth the money. If it had a little bit more coverage or could build up a little bit more, I do think it's very natural on the skin, so there is a market for this if you like something more sheer. I like a medium buildable. You can sheer it out if you want. I don't typically like full-on full coverage. I do have a product that has full coverage if that's what you're looking for. Truly, any skin type, whether you're oily, dry, mature, normal skin, or any finish, radiant, matte, blurred, whatever you're looking for, my top 10 has you covered. So I cannot wait to get into it. Starting with my 10th place spot is a more affordable option, and it's from L'Oreal, and I actually thought I was going to hate this product when it launched. It's the Lumi Le Glow Tint. I kept seeing people use this, but they were sponsored videos, and I'm like, hold on, let me try this out, because typically I don't like something very radiant, but this has radiance and a really, really good wear, and it's so lightweight and buildable, so that's why I like it. It actually has a decent amount of coverage to it, which shocked me. I thought this would be more along the lines of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, but this has more coverage, really good wear. If you like the e.l.f. one, this is even thinner, so I think this is the best of both worlds. It has a beautiful radiance to it, but with wear. So if you're looking for something lightweight with radiance, drugstore price tag, look no further than this. And this can also be used as a mixer too, so you can wear this on its own, which I think is really beautiful. I think this paired with a little bit of concealer, just to create more of a satin finish, is really pretty on the skin, but this made it into my 10th place spot, and I thought I was gonna hate it when it first launched. Then this was in my old favorites video. A bunch of these moved down the list. I still absolutely love them, but skin tints have been so popular that so many good formulations have just been launching, and that's why I wanted to do this video. So in my 9th place spot, we have the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin, and I think this might have been around 5 or 6 in my last video. And this, if you have dry skin, I feel like you'd really like it. Also has medium buildable coverage and just a really solid option if you're looking for a skin tint. So I would recommend this to more of my dry skin people, or if you have mature skin, I feel like this is a nice option. It's a little bit thicker of a formulation, which can work for some people, but it does blend out into the skin. It's a serum tint, so it does blend into the skin. It just comes out a little bit thicker, but the finish is not thick whatsoever. So just wanted to point that out. Pretty sure it was one of my top 5. We have some new options I want you guys to check out. So in the 8th place spot, this also was a favorite. I think it might have been 3. I'm not sure. I have to go back and check where this fell, but that's how many new good skin tints are out there. So this is the Fenty Eavesdrop, and this one, if you want more of a matte finish that's blurring, I think you'd like this if you're more oily and have texture in pores, which is something that I struggle with. So this, on days where I feel like my skin just needs a little bit more smoothing, is something that I reach for. And as I said in the beginning, all of these have wear. So I'm not going to go in about how long these wear, because all of these I'm going to mention wear from morning till night on my skin. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in my top 10. That's one of the biggest things in a complexion product, whether it's a skin tint or a foundation. It has to hold up on my skin throughout the day. And this one definitely does. So oily, and you have texture or pores, check this one out. And this one I feel like is good for absolutely any skin type. And this is called a foundation, but this falls into a skin tint category for me just because of how sheer this is. And this is the most pricey product that I'm going to mention in this video. And it's something I've used for years, but only started repurchasing again as of lately. It's the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. And I really got into this in my 20s. I was using this a lot, and I'm now almost 40. I've been using this for a very long time, and it's been consistent throughout my aging skin. This is just one of those products that I feel like always looks good, always wears well, and is one of the most thin, if not the thinnest product actually in my top 10. If you're looking for something truly skin-like, this is it. As I said, it is a little pricey, but it's totally worth it. And anyone I've tried this on, for my friends who have different skin types than me, it works. So if you're oily, dry, mature, it just works for everyone. And it's pretty much undetectable on this skin. It holds up in the heat. I wore this to Vegas. It is just immaculate in formulation, in my opinion. The only downside about this one being the price, but 2, is that it is fragrance, heavily fragranced, because Dior and Chanel, they just tend to have those heavily fragranced products. So if you're sensitive, steer clear of this one. Otherwise, check it out. Really good option. Back to the drugstore, we have the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. This has actually gradually gone higher on my list, only because of the coverage and how similar this is to my Makeup by Cheryl foundation. So if you're looking for basically foundation in a skin tint and you're looking for coverage and glow, I say this is more of a satin finish. I would check this one out. It's a lot of people's favorites. #1 skin tint is this Maybelline one, so it's definitely worth checking out. I use shade 220. And as I said, this is kind of my skin tint version of my Makeup by Mario, just a little bit less coverage, I would say, and a little bit thinner, but it has that same sort of mica iridescence to it, which doesn't translate to glitter on the skin or any kind of shimmer. It just gives a glow. It might look a little scary and intimidating in the bottle. I haven't shaken it up, so you can actually see that glow in the formulation. It doesn't show up like that on the skin, so don't be worried about this one. It also has vitamin C in it, which there is some skincare ingredients that I want to highlight in certain products that you may be sensitive to, so maybe you want to skip this because of the vitamin C, but it's definitely a great option at the drugstore. Great shade range. It's in a dropper, which is not my preference, but if you know me, you know my thoughts on a dropper. I don't care for it, but I can look past it for the formula because it's that good. This was #2 last time. Do you remember what it was? It is also from the drugstore and is the most affordable option on my top 10. This is from Wet n Wild, and it's their Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. This has hyaluronic acid in it. It's very moisturizing, nourishing, great coverage and wear to this, and it's very affordable. I think it's under $10 for this tube. A little less than 1 fluid ounce in this one. It's 27 milliliters. It's still a great option, one that I grab all the time, but this has a pore shade range. So if you can't find your shade in this, I have more options, but if you can find your shade, it's so affordable and looks amazing on the skin. This, more people need to know about still, even after filming that video. I feel like this is a hidden gem. People who know about it know how good it is, but if you've not checked it out, definitely one worth checking out. This next one, very popular because of TikTok, and I discovered this prior to it going viral, and I've loved it since. It's from Kylie Cosmetics, which I know a lot of people can be hit and miss about, But for me, Kylie Cosmetics has some of the best formulas out there. I've tried so many of the products and I've always been a fan of Kylie Cosmetics, especially since rebranding. I just feel like these are really thought out formulations. And this one is the Skin Tint Blurring Elixir. So if you're looking for something truly blurring on the skin, this will give you it. It's not too glowy, not too matte. It's kind of the perfect in between for this one. If you're unsure of kind of the finish you like, this one would be your friend, because not only is it blurring your skin, it's giving you a very natural sort of finish, super thin, great wear, as all these are, and I love the color of this one. This one for skin tints for me is probably my best match I've ever found out of any brand. It's 5N, which is a really great neutral when I'm tan. Packaging's really nice and thin and sleek. I highly recommend this to anyone who's looking for a blurred finish. You'd really love this one. This is from Sephora, but it's affordable because it's Sephora collection. And if you are familiar with my channel, you would have heard me sing the praises of this particular skin tint for quite some time since it's launched. It's the Reveal the Real skin tint. It says it's soft radiant, which I would have to agree with. I would say it's more of a satin. It's not too radiant, not too matte. Again, kind of the perfect in between, but if you were to compare it to the Kylie, this one's a little bit more matte and perfecting. But both of these are actually quite similar, just slightly more matte and perfecting for this one. But I like this one because of the price, the hydration of it, and it works a little bit better for my normal to slightly dehydrated skin. But if you're more oily, I would say this one actually would work better for you than the Sephora collection one. But I know a lot of people, mature, oily, dry, doesn't matter, have loved this skin tint from Sephora collection. So 100% worth checking out, and that's in my third place spot. A new product that's actually a BB cream that has the most coverage and it's under $10 US. I've talked about this recently on my channel. I discovered it, never heard anyone talk about this, so this is my own personal discovery, is the Purito Wonder Relief Centella BB Cream. I'm in love with Purito sunscreen. It's Korean made. This is Korean made too. I get it from Stylovana, and this has an SPF of 30 in it, which is amazing. I always still put SPF underneath anything with SPF, just an FYI, just to make sure I'm getting the coverage, but it's nice to have that little extra layer in this. And this kind of took the place of my Wet n Wild because it has a little bit more coverage than that. It's still very affordable like the Wet n Wild, but it also has a pore shade range. For me, I typically mix two. Today, I'm only wearing one shade, so if I were to only pick one of these for my skin, I'd use 27 Sand Beige, but these do pull very beige, so I like to kind of mix the warmer shade with the beige, or even mix these with other skin tints. But I think if you can find your perfect shade in this, this could be your #1 skin tint, just because of the SPF and because it's so full coverage that if you have a lot to cover, I feel like this is a great product for those who just have more things to cover, want that SPF. It does have a pretty glow to it too, but nothing like the L'Oreal Lumi or anything radiant, I would say. It's more of a natural glow to it, no kind of particles in it that give you that glow. It just looks really hydrated and youthful, and this is just a really nice option if you're looking for full coverage. So typically, you can see from all the ones I've recommended, I don't really go full coverage. I've loved this so much as a recent discovery that I had to mention it as my #2 because I've been pretty much only reaching for this most days. That's how good it is to me. But I do have still my reigning champion for #1. I keep hearing whispers about this possibly being discontinued. They still have these available on Sephora Canada, but I know they keep going on sale on Sephora US. So I personally don't know what's going on with this skin tint, but it's still my #1 and I'm still able to get it. So I'm still going to recommend it. It's the Beauty Blender Bounce Skin Tint. I have been using this for years. I feel like there's a little cult following to this particular skin tint because, as I said, those who know about this know how good it is. It can act as a foundation, a skin tint. You can wear this every day as a going out product. It is in a dropper, which I don't like. So I'm hoping that the reason that they're selling these right now on sale is that maybe they're doing a packaging upgrade, which is what one can hope for. Because truly, I do not know what I would do if they ever discontinued this skin tint, because it's still my number one after all these years. It's blurring, hydrating, wears amazing, workable coverage to whatever level you want. It looks undetectable on the skin, always looks radiant, always looks youthful, and works for literally everyone. Oily, dry, mature, no matter what. I have not heard a bad thing about this skin tint. Everyone, when they try this, always tells me how good it is. And at the time when they did have their full range, they had a good range. When I'm tan, I use tan 1, but I also really love medium 3 for when I'm my natural coloring. That one's pretty much spot on for when I don't have a tan. I do have medium 5 too, but that can be a little too warm for me. That's why I really like tan 1, because it's a little more cool. Even though these are my top 10, you pick any of these that I shared, I think you're gonna love it because these are all so good depending on what you're looking for in terms of the finish, the price tag, your skin type. One of these will work for you. They're all so good, and it just happened to work out that it was kind of evenly for every different kind of skin type or finish. It just truly is a perfect range of top 10 here for me based on price point and every criteria. This is the best top 10 in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little update on the best skin tints. I hope you find something that works for you, and if there's any other skin tints that you love, let us know in the comment section below. I would love to check it out. I'm always open to trying new things. Complexion is by far my favorite thing to try because I have a lot to cover. I don't have perfect skin, so I feel like I'm the perfect kind of candidate for trying out complexion. I feel like my skin can truly give products the test that they deserve, and these have all been fully tested over years. Even a lot of these is years and years of testing that I just feel like these are the best top 10 out there, and I hope that you found this video helpful. So thank you so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me today. If you've not already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.